Hello and welcome to this analysis of Montero by Lil Nas X. I'm so excited to do this music video today because I think that Lil Nas X took a theme that I've seen present in a lot of other music videos so far this year, and he's explored this to its depths, literally to the depths of hell, where he did meet the devil down there and do some things with the devil and then kill him. So let's talk about it. What was Nas X trying to accomplish in this video other than triggering a whole bunch of people who are gonna think like this must be clearly evidence that he's in the Illuminati or something, right? Well, I do think that I've figured out this music video. I think I know where he was going with it, so let's talk about it. First of all, at the beginning of this music video, he has this voiceover where he talks about how we all have these aspects of ourselves that we push down, that we make not okay, that we don't expose to the world. This is a concept that was created by someone called Carl Jung. Carl Jung talked about our shadow self. The shadow self is what's created when we have these aspects of ourselves that we repress, that we don't allow to come out. Now, remember, Lil Nas X only came out of the closet, as they say, in 2019 before his big hit, Old Country Road. So I think he definitely, up to that point, had a lot of experience repressing things. And maybe he came in contact with his own shadow that he had created a lot. Now you might say, you know, a lot of people will have comments like, you know, people can do those kind of things behind closed doors, but why do they need to shove it in our face on TV, in YouTube, and so on? I think that that attitude is what creates the shadow self in and of itself. And if you have that attitude, then you're asking other people to make shadow selves. Now, you might think that there's nothing wrong with that, but the shadow self is what can create all kinds of problems in our lives, because when you repress something, it comes out at unexpected times and in unexpected ways that are not always pleasant. And as I talked about in Lana Del Rey's music video earlier this year, which I think was about the Jungian shadow self as well, as she was showing the female repressed shadow self, the repression of some female traits and sort of like the wildness inherent in being female. And also, I think that The Weeknd's performance at the Super Bowl this year was meant specifically to trigger people to bring out their shadow selves, showing these things that we've repressed, especially about, you know, America has this great repression due to religion, and we repress a lot of these things, and we get triggered so easily if we see someone doing something that we think is Illuminati. I mean, in Lil Nas X video that you just saw, he showed everything that he thinks is gonna trigger America. You've got the third eye symbolism on the forehead of the character in the Garden of Eden, portraying the serpent. As the serpent, he's also wearing a shirt that says Lil Nas X. So he's asking you to bite the metaphorical apple in the Garden of Eden here. Then, in the next part of the video, he's seen in chains. This is the person that's being repressed by society, being asked to not be themselves for the sake of other people not feeling uncomfortable about it. But then he looks up and he sees an angelic being, but instead of flying up there to the angelic being, he flies down to his shadow self, riding the stripper pole with the heels on. And from this point on, he's just basically asking you, where is your limit? He's trying to find something that's going to make you uncomfortable. Eventually, he's like twerking on the devil, and he is, you know, having the devil perhaps do something with the devil's mouth on Lil Nas X behind or something like that. And he's doing all this stuff to say like, have I hit your level yet? Are you uncomfortable yet? Am I triggering you yet? And then finally in the end, we see that he kills the devil. So maybe at that point you're thinking like, oh, he's not evil. This was all some kind of ruse, but then he puts on the devil's horns and he shows you that, you know what? No, he is playing the devil's advocate here. Because as long as we have something within our subconscious that we're repressing, we're never truly free. We're still in those chains. He's asking you, can you accept me for who I am? I want to make this music video where the devil's doing all these things to me. Can you be Christ-like and not judge me for it? Can you turn the other cheek to seeing things that make you uncomfortable? And can you not point out the thorn in my eye because you have a thorn in your own eye, as Jesus says in the Bible? He's saying basically, like, how far can you accept me? You've accepted me as being the first, you know, out gay rapper, but are you going to accept me? Now, I don't know if he's the first out gay rapper, but a huge successful gay rapper. Are you going to accept me for what I'm doing in this music video? And he's pushing you, just like The Weeknd was pushing you at the Super Bowl, just like perhaps Lana Del Rey was pushing you earlier this year in her video about female repression. And so that's what I do believe this is all about. It's about confronting the Jungian shadow, and it's sort of therapy, group therapy for the American subconscious. You may have liked this analysis. You might think that it's not your taste. Either way, it's up to you. Click thumbs up, click thumbs down. But if you did like it, listen to this stuff. Did you enjoy this analysis? Don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this in the future. Click the bell to be notified when I release a new video. And like and comment too, it means a lot to me, thanks. For further mind-expanding content, check out one of these videos. This is Eric Green, and you're watching Signs and Symbols.